You have a program in your life, right? You have a program for everything. You have a program for your love, your money, your health, your self-confidence, your self-image, your career, your relationships, okay? Every single part of you is programmed into you. Think about it. You came here with a clean slate. You were a baby. Everything that you learned was taught to you, correct? Okay. So you were programmed with your relationships. You were programmed with your self-confidence. You were programmed with the way that you view money, the way that you view love, all of these things. Good. Now, who installed those programs? Your parents, society, schooling, teachers, movies, TV, social media, music. Everything programmed you. Okay. Everything you were exposed to could have possibly programmed you. All right. Now, how was that program embedded? That program was embedded through repetition. Okay. This is why I teach my teachings over and over and over again, right? Because my clients need that imprinting. My family needs that imprinting. My people needs to hear this more than once so that it can register, so that it can actually become truth to them. Okay. All right. So repetition is one way that your program is embedded. Another way that your program is embedded is through trauma. Okay, traumatically. And it only takes one time. All right. You can live 50 years thinking that the world is safe, that you are, and you can live carefree. And at age 51, you can be raped, for instance, or something like that. And instantly that trauma will change your life. It will change the way you view the world, won't it? You will feel like you're not safe. You will feel like, I don't know who to trust. You could have spent the first 50 years completely fine, right? So trauma only needs one time, okay? One time, all right, to program you, to embed into you, all right? Now, another way is super exciting experiences. You only need to win the lottery one time for you to what? Believe that it's possible. Believe that you're a lucky person. Believe that, oh my gosh, great things happen. Anything is possible. Now, before that, you could have lost the lottery 100 times. You may not think that, but that one time happens. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, right? It's possible. Okay. Okay. So good. What I want you guys to remember, if you don't take anything away from this class, it is this. Your program, all right, your program equals your beliefs, which equals your experiences. What do I mean by that? Okay, what do I mean by that? Whatever you were programmed with, okay, example, you're programmed with hearing your parents always saying things like, I can't afford that. That's too expensive. We're about to go in this store and don't you ask for anything. Okay, don't touch nothing. Don't ask me to buy you nothing, right? Not right now. We can't afford that right now. Okay, imagine as a child, you had a clean slate now. You had a clean slate. You don't know nothing about nothing. And now all of a sudden, before you even walk into a store, you're a little kid, you're happy, you're jolly. You don't know anything, but before you leave out of that car, your parent is telling you, don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything. We can't afford that. That's too expensive, right? Okay, so imagine a child hearing that over and over again. That's a program. Now imagine what kind of belief would that turn into? If you are programmed, a child, clean slate, comes into this world, constantly hears their parents say, we can't afford that. That's too expensive. What type of belief would that create? That child would believe, number one, I can't ask for, I don't deserve, I'm not worth the things that I truly desire. My goodness, I didn't even have an opportunity to go up in the store and see any toys. But I am not worthy of asking for that. I can't ask for that. I know that I'm not going to get it. And then we wonder why. What type of experience would that child have as an adult? Is it going to be hard for that child, that now adult, to ask for a raise at work? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be hard for them to ask for a raise? One, they don't have the confidence to ask for things. They never learned that, right? They're shut down before they even have the opportunity to think about wanting more, right? Okay, why wouldn't that child be living paycheck to paycheck? My goodness, they've been programmed with lack, all right? So do we understand that whatever you are programmed with will ultimately become a belief within you, which will then become an experience, your experience in life. Now, I came up with this. Why? Because we know, right, that we're all coexisting. Sorry about that. We are all coexisting here on earth. I'm here, you're there, all of us here, right? But yet we're all living different lives. How are we all living different lives, right? We all got different programs. That's what it boils down to. We're all programmed differently. So because we're all programmed differently, we all have different experiences. Okay. So let's look at some examples. I'll show you guys some examples. Okay. Let's see some examples of, oh, there we go. Okay, so let's look at some money programs and then we'll look at some love programs. Okay. Okay. So, okay, let's look at this love program. All right. So we see here, what if you grew up seeing your parents sleeping around, right? Having multiple partners in and out of your life, was never committed in any relationship, right? Okay. So what if a child was programmed with that? What kind of belief would that create in a little being, right? That love isn't faithful. People don't commit to each other. Finding true love is hard. That's only in the movies. People aren't like that, right? That's the type of mentality that they might have. I don't want to say any of this is 100% for anyone, okay? Because we know that this could result in this experience where that person won't find healthy relationships. They may find it hard trusting in relationships, okay? They may find it hard to commit, okay, because of this programming, or this programming can inspire them to find their true love, wait for their true love, and stick with that person for the duration of their life. You get what I'm saying? So we see that this right here, constantly hearing your parents say, I can't afford it, can result sometime in people being multimillionaires, where they're like, I heard that and I never wanted to go through that again. It inspired me to go out there and, okay? So we see how it manifests in different ways. Why? Because we all have free will. So it doesn't matter if you grew up poor and someone else grew up poor and someone else grew up poor. If one of those people wants success, they can have it, okay? You got to understand this. It doesn't matter, okay, where you came from. It does not matter, okay? All right. We see and know that sometimes this programming, okay, can cause people to overspend, put themselves in major debt because they want to be a show off. I don't mean to use it like that, but they have something to prove. They're materialistic. It can manifest in different ways, okay? Let's look at some other ones. Imagine that you grew up right now. Okay, this is an example of repeatedly being installed in you. Now, what about traumatically? Remember, I told you there's three ways to embed your program. Okay, so what about this one? This is trauma. What if that child has been living with their parents fine, carefree for 15 years, and then all of a sudden their parents lose their home and they're homeless? That can be traumatic for a child. You've been living fine, have your own room and everything all your life. And now you mean to tell me we're losing our home? What kind of belief would that create in a child? Oh my gosh, I can't have the necessities in life. Oh my gosh, I'm not safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of experience would that create for this child, right? What type of experience would that create? Oops, hold on. Okay. That would create this type of experience where they may never want to live with anyone. Why? Because they need to control their living situation. That could be a possibility. What about if they have a fear around healthy, feeling secure within their environment? You know, like, oh, I don't feel safe. I gotta have my own place. I gotta have my own space. It can result in it can manifest in different ways, right? What about with love, trauma? What if you experience being sexually abused as a child one time? Trauma only needs to happen one time. You feel you're not safe. You can't trust. You'll have a hard time building healthy relationships, trusting. You may have anxiety, depression. It can result in so many ways, right? Okay, now, what about those super exciting experiences with the winning the lottery? I gave you guys that example already. And also when it comes to love, say you got proposed to on the Eiffel Tower, or say you got a surprise romantic vacation, something like that. Super exciting. Of course, that would create a belief in you that, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. Great things happen to me. I'm so special, right? And now you're walking around, your experience in life is exciting circumstances. You're happy, you're joyous, right? So now you guys understand that you come here with a clean slate. Everything that you believe, how you feel about yourself, the life that you live, your lifestyle, your job, all of that stuff is programmed into you, okay? So the good thing is, I told you guys that, where's my writing? I told you guys that what if, okay, this is the way that the program is embedded, then I told you that what? You can use any of these three ways to program yourself. And now I'm telling you that you can always reprogram yourself. See, you don't have to keep that current programming that you have, that current way that you feel about yourself, the current lifestyle that you live. You don't have to feel that way. You don't have to experience those things. You can change your experience by changing your what? You change your
Program.
belief, then which changes your program. You understand? Okay. Well, you change your experience by changing your program, which will ultimately change your belief. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do we want to use trauma to reprogram ourselves? No, we do not. Would we like to use super exciting experiences to program
Yeah.
ourselves? Yes.
Yes.
Can we utilize repetition? Absolutely. Okay. So now this is key. This is golden. I don't think you guys understand how powerful this is. I just told you you have a program for everything in your life. Your love, your health, everything. Confidence, your self-image, your career. And I also told you the way that the program is installed. And then I also told you the way that you can overwrite your current programming. All right. And so now I'm going to go into the exact tools that you use to reprogram yourself repeatedly.